T.5 Rippon, and for those keeping count, yes, I have skipped T1, the Swift, and T4, the Kubaru. The Kubaru might well be, and the Swift might well be covered in the long video, and the live. But for the Rippon, and I've given the stats for the Rippon 1 and the Rippon 3, but honestly, I'm going to be talking about the Rippon 2. The Rippon 2 was scarcely recognisable as a derivative of the Rippon 1, for the radiator in its time-honoured shuttering was entirely removed from the nose, and the 570 horsepower Napier Lion 11 was enclosed in well-tailored cowlings. This gave the nose a distinctly pointed appearance, further emphasised by the spinner of the larger two-bladed wooden air screw. Cooling was now by means of quadrant-shaped retractable radiators, which under the control of the pilot emerged from each side of the fuselage just after the engine bay. A tall balance rudder of greatly increased area was fitted, and the undercarriage was entirely redesigned, each half consisting of a bent axle, attaching to the bottom longerons to leave space below the fuselage for the torpedo. Telescopic oleopneumatic pneumatic legs were taken to fittings on the outboard into the bottom centre section front spar. Despite its highly refined external experience, the main fuselage structure of the Mark II aircraft was basically the same as that of its ancestors, stressed for catapulting and comprising the usual three detachable units: steel engine mounting, steel tubular centre structure, and tie rod brace wooden rear section. The swept-back single-bay main planes were of composite construction with spruce bars and ribs, metal compression struts, and steel interplane struts in streamlined fairings. They were hinged to the rear spars of the top and bottom centre sections and folded back as on previous Blackburn shipborne aircraft. Ailerons were fitted to all four wings. Following standard Blackburn practice, the 145-gallon main fuel tank was located in the centre fuselage at the centre of gravity, and the fuel was then pumped into a 17-gallon service tank alongside the 4-gallon coolant tank in the top centre section. If the machine was required for reconnaissance duties, armament could be removed to permit an increased endurance to 14 hours by means of a 120-gallon auxiliary fuel tank slung on the torpedo crutches, with a wind-driven fuel pump built into its nose to maintain a flow of fuel to the main system. They're a cool design, and I love their gull wing shutter shape.